Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to share with you all a little bit of my packing experience. I got these free boxes from my local dollar store because I'm telling you, if you can save money, save it. I got some duct tape, I got some note cards, and that was my way of organizing. I simply went to the store, asked them if they had some boxes they were going to throw away. The lady told me yes, and she said get as many as you want. They end up in the dumpster anyway, so why waste them if I could reuse them? So I'm just going to go ahead and add some tape. I used quite a bit of this tape. I don't think I paid more than about $2 for it, so I just reassembled the boxes. Of course, they're not going to look brand new, but they serve their purpose. So I put a lot of tape on both flaps just to get them down and secure, to try to add some stability to the bottom of the box so that nothing falls out. Guys, I have literally moved over 35 times. That's not an arbitrary number. I actually think that I may be saying a little bit less, but about 35 times. So your girl knows how to move. The box is 30 and I'm good to go. So now I have to clean out this random cabinet. Over time, as we've known that we were going to move, we started throwing things in the cabinet. So I used my note card to go ahead and label some of the boxes. The NF stands for not fragile. I don't know why I put that dash there, and I don't know why we have routers and cards, but you know, whatever. Picture frame, pool supplies. It's like files, paperwork, dishes that was stored. So even though this is a junk drawer, and this is too, and the bottom cabinet is like a junk cabinet, I'm still gonna look through here to see what type of things in here have the same like commonalities. So from there, I'm gonna start to kind of put things in piles to see what things could go together in the same box, and then I'll be able to kind of get a better idea of how to pack what. Got it empty though. Everything's out of there. Hey honey. We are still under the boil water advisory, and I wanted to try to get some small plastic cups to my classroom. I actually just thought about it. I have some tiny plastic cups in the cabinet in the house. I kind of wanted to get some of those, but I don't have time to stop to the store. Would you mind bringing me some? And we can switch, and if you want, maybe we could switch out cars. I think if I leave to get my nails done on time, that I could get the babies at a decent time too. So that way you don't have to rush to get up.
Okay, where are these tiny plastic cups?
Well, the tiny plastic cups, you can get those, I mean, at Walmart, but I'm thinking that any plastic cups would be fine at this point.
So you want the ones that we have here?
I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind taking them from the house. I could always replace them. Yeah.
The little 5-ounce cups?
Yeah, those little tiny ones that we get for the babies.
Okay.
You gonna bring them?
I'll bring them to you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, babe. Love you.
Love you, babe.
And so, you know, shout out to teacher husbands, because they are some errand runners. He's so awesome. We are also making progress getting things packed up to move, and I'm definitely trying to be as organized as possible, because it's so different this time with this move for us, because we're coming from one house to another house. Before we moved into the house we're in now, we actually lived in an apartment. So we literally moved out of that apartment in probably a day. Like it took no time to move out of there. But with this, I feel like this is way different. It's like, you know, it's like 7 years worth of an entire life in that house. So all of our kids, including, well, not all of them, but when we moved in that house, Gabriel was 3, and the middle set of twins, my first set of twins, they were a few months old. So we actually moved there when they were very little. So really, guys, it's the only house that they know, and it's the only house that Gabriel even remembers. And we bought the baby twins there right away. I mean, they've always only lived there. So we're bursting at the seams, guys. Nothing's done in here either. Good morning. Welcome to the struggle bus. My name is LaDeja, and I'll be your driver. Like, I'm just saying that we were supposed to be packing this weekend, didn't do it. Rob was supposed to be home throughout the week to get some more packing done. Got a message from him yesterday saying that he's going to be working this week, all week. So when are we supposed to be packing? Like, I suspected something like this would happen. And I told Rob, I said, look, I think we should pack a little bit, you know, every day now that we're here. And then just kind of put clothes to the side that we know we're going to wear, because we're not going to anything major. There's no big event coming up in the house or family or with the kids or whatever. So he was saying, no, I'm going to be home throughout the week. I'll pack a little bit at a time and it should be fine. That's not the case. And let me show you how many boxes I've gotten packed up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. A whopping 5 boxes are packed. How about that? That one doesn't count. The kids turned that one into a toy. And then, you know, we decide to draw on the wall before we leave this house. Yep. So the packing struggle is real. And I'm kind of overwhelmed. I'm not even gonna lie. We are set to close on the house on the 8th. So we got word that the appraisal came back fine, which was fantastic news because, of course, you know, the house has to appraise for at least the amount that you're borrowing from the bank. So the house came back appraised just fine, actually for more. So that was definitely a relief. And we already knew that we would be closing like around the 12th or 15th. But it turns out that the sellers, because they're out of town, they were hoping that we could have pushed it up to the 9th. Well, the 9th is a Saturday. So they said that they'd be in town on the 8th. So as of right now, we've gotten word that we are closing now, not the 15th, not the 12th, but on the 8th. So I had mentioned that I wanted to start to pack earlier for that reason, just because even with the 15th in mind, I know how crazy it is during the week with both of us working, and then with 5 kids, getting them where they need to be throughout the week, not just at school. And then we have to transition also because we're going to have to move. We're moving to a different city, and we're also moving quite a ways away from where the kids go to school now. And I don't know if they're going to want to stay here in this house while we start to move to the other house, because we'll still be here in this house technically, but when we move to the new house, I don't see how they're going to want to come back here. So I don't know, you know, and I didn't want people to come and help us move, and we weren't organized. Like, people don't have time to waste. So I wanted to make sure to maximize the help once I get it. Oh God. I'm trying not to be stressed because this is still a very exciting thing, but the fact is, it's not like I said, moving from an apartment to this house like we were before. I'm moving a house to a house. So I'm just gonna chill. I need to sit and I need to think because I do have work to do for work, but I don't know. I'm gonna take my kids to get some donuts first, and then I'll think about work and packing a little bit later. I don't want to be bothered with the thought of it anymore, but just kind of want to update you guys with that and where we are, and the fact that I have to call and get my shed moved. So that's another thing. So I still have some of those boxes that I got from the dollar store, and I bought 3 of these. Rob was thinking that we should put the kids' clothes in these, or at least the clothes that are in the drawers. So the clothes that are in the drawers are gonna go in these, and then we're gonna combine Cameron and Xavier, put Gabriel's clothes separately, and then put the girls' clothes together, because when we pack up this, we wanna label it so that everybody knows where everything goes, and the girls are gonna share a room. Gabe's gonna have his own room, and Xavier and Cameron are gonna share a room. So we could also use these for Christmas decor too. We wanted to start to color code holidays. So for Christmas, we're gonna try to get red and green. So this would be a great double purchase for moving purposes as well as storage. So I'm gonna go in, I have to grab some items from the store too for the girls. So I'm gonna go and do their hair, get some things done for work for the week, and then kind of stop because because my Saints don't play today. So I'll have time to actually really focus on getting some work done for work this week, since I'm gonna be out Friday because Friday is closing day. So excited and ready, but a lot of packing to do, and I'm gonna go sit and chill and get myself in a much more positive space. Okay, so it has been the craziest couple of days ever, and I wanted to let you guys know that tomorrow is the big day. We are closing. What do you mean what kind of day? It's a regular day, but it's not cold, Raven.
Reckly day?
Is it a Reckly day? It's a foggy day. Reckly day? It's a foggy day, yes. It's a foggy day, mommy. That's why, okay? But it's not cold today in November. It's not cold. We're in short sleeves and shorts. Louisiana weather. So tomorrow is the big day, and we're gonna be closing on the house at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and I'm so excited. I don't know how I'm gonna sleep tonight. It has been crazy all week. Yesterday we had the walkthrough, and that went well. Everything that was in the contract that they needed to repair was repaired. So with the walkthrough, we just kind of went to make sure that everything was in order before we go and, you know, sign up for this new house. So I'm definitely very excited. I was a little annoyed and upset yesterday, you know, for a lot of other reasons, but I did end up getting there to, you know, to get everything done with Rob and to get the walkthrough done. And I'm telling you, I do not know if I'm going to be able to contain my excitement. The kids wanted to come, but we told them that they really needed to go to school because this is probably going to be one of the last days at their old school before we get them transferred to the new school, which that's kind of tricky because with Xavier having a para professional with him in their one-to-one with him, so he's with an adult all day. And that's just one of the, you know, one of the things that is set up for him as a kiddo with autism. So he has to have somebody monitoring him at all times, and that person has to report to whatever campus he's on. So we're really trying to be proactive as much as possible with getting the information to the school about that. But that's really tricky sometimes too, because I don't really have a real proof of residency besides the mortgage papers that I'm about to sign. So I need to kind of get some clarity on what it takes to transfer him so that I can prepare everybody, like the whole team of people from one campus to the other, to kind of get ready for that. So before we actually go sign the paperwork for the house, I'm going to clear that up in the morning and get that squared away. But we are very excited. We did get to see the house yesterday. It was pretty much empty, and like I stood kind of still for a moment and I was like, wow, I'm about to live here. So cool, guys. Wanted to update you to let you know what was going on with this whole process. I hadn't gotten a chance to really pack the way I wanted to, and we're going to end up packing in a way that I think is going to ultimately frustrate me, but it is what it is at this point. So, you know, whatever. But wanted to update y'all. Thank you so much for watching till the end of the video. I really appreciate it. If you're new and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm a mom of 5, including a preteen and 2 sets of twins. I share a lot about my she shed and my DIY there, as well as my life as a mom and a teacher. I am creative, and I hope to share that enthusiasm with you.